thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to be making something really special. I'm going to be making some bluebirds that are going to be sitting on a little hoop earring, and we're just going to see if we can make them look very realistic. So this is the mold I'm going to be using today, and I'm going to be using some different colors of clay, and then I'm also going to be using some acrylic paints on it as well. Now I'm going to start off by softening up some white clay, and I'm going to need two of these for the earrings because I have two earrings I'm going to be doing. And then I'm going to be using a small amount of blue clay. So the bluebird has kind of a blue on the back of his coat and his head and his tail. His underbelly's kind of a cream colored. And then he's got a, darker little feet and bill. So we're going to try to get this as close as we can to what a bluebird would look like. So I'm going to start off with the blue, and I'm just going to kind of push this into the mold. And I'm going to be adding some different colors to it, but this is how I'm going to start doing it. So I'm going to get the blues around the head and the back and the tail. I'm going to get that all the way down in there. And then I'm going to start putting some white around the inside of this little bird. I'm going to use small amounts of this first, and then we'll just keep adding to it as we go. Put a little bit down in his beak. I'm using white on the beak, and I think for that I'm actually going to be taking some different paints of those acrylic paints and using those to paint the colors that aren't, the blue and the white and that kind of thing. This is a silicone mold. I'm going to put this little bird right on the tile. Take your time. Don't be in a rush, especially around those little feet. I don't know how the feet are going to go. I might have to do those separately. All right, well, we do have the bird. I think I'm going to put the feet on separately. I think they're just too delicate for this little mold. But I really am liking the way this is coming out so far. So I'm going to put this down. Show you what I have. All right, so I've got both of my birds. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put a little bit of this, kind of this beige color right around the bottom of the hoop earring. I'm actually going to bake these right in the oven, and then I'm going to put a little branch on this as well. I read online you can bake the jewelry in the oven. It's not going to hurt it one little bit. It actually makes the clay adhere a little bit better. And then I'm going to take my little, I don't even know what these tools are called, but I'm going to go ahead and just put some little lines in these. This isn't going to be the branch right here, but I did want some little lines on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a branch for each one of these earrings. So I want them to look somewhat symmetrical. I'm going to roll them out first. And have one end be a little bit thinner and one a little thicker. And this is kind of what I'm thinking. And then I'm just going to put some little indentations in them so they look kind of like branches. Kind of like that. I don't want any of it to look too different. I want it actually to just kind of resemble a branch. I'm going to put this right over this, just like this. Now I am going to have to secure this, so I'm going to keep putting these little lines in it, kind of like that. And then I'm going to take my little bird and I'm going to put him right on one of these branches. Extra white that I've got, actually I'm going to take a half of that and I'm going to kind of tuck it down between the branch and the bird, just to make it a little bit more secure. Now I'm not done painting it, of course, but I am going to do the same thing to the other one. I think this is how I'm going to go ahead and bake them. Well, it's a new day. I was working on baking these till late last night, so I wanted to show you how things came out. So I'm going to get your opinion. So I made these hoop earrings. They're little birds on the branches. Now they're quite large. I mean, they're not going to be for everybody, that's for certain. But they are really cute, and because they're polymer clay, they're not super heavy. They're actually somewhat lightweight for this large of an earring. So I'm going to put these in my Etsy store. If you are a fan of birds or large earrings, these might be the ones for you. But because I realized with the branch and everything, it was so big, I went ahead and made a few more birds that were a little bit smaller. Now these are the same exact bird. As you can see, there's a lot of detail work on them. I went ahead and painted them. I put some gold leaf on them, and they are just so cute. So these actually are a very nice size earring. I've got these in, they're hypoallergenic. I've got a silver earpiece that's hanging from them. I've got a couple of pairs of these. I'm going to put them in my Amazon store. And if these are still too big for you, I've got some little baby birds. And they came out just as cute as can be. So I'm just really happy with the way these work. Now, I've got all kinds of fun earrings in my store, different kinds of earrings I've made. If you're looking for something a little bit more formal, a little bit more fancy, a little bit more whimsical, I've got some cactuses, which I think are really cute. I've got all kinds of things. So if you're interested, check out my Etsy store. It's a new jewelry business I've started. It's an interest that I have, and I hope that this video has been helpful or enjoyable to you. If it has and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like, a thumbs up, or ring the bell for future notifications, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.